Nothing.
I don't hear anybody. Maybe I have to turn my headphones
Yeah,
on.
that'd be a good start there, Connie.
I can hear Matt. Check.
Yeah. This headphones are dead.
Check. 1, 2.
Hello, can you hear me?
Check.
Yeah.
No.
Just kidding.
You're shadow banned.
Shadow band.
Been sent to the shadow realm.
Sent to the shadows.
Are we online now? Oh, hey, yeah.
I got you.
Here she is.
This is for the nerds, this is for the brainiacs, this what we deserve. Go ahead and play it back, you ain't gonna touch me, you not gonna do nothing, you are not above me, I bet you wish you was me, I know it, I know.
What is poppin', everybody? And welcome back to another special episode of the Only Friends podcast. Well, you know, it's me and this asshole that won't stop laughing.
You mean asshole?
Oh, I see what you did there.
Assholes, Nikki and Caitlin.
He went this way.
Good song. That's a bop.
Keep going.
It's a bop right there.
How else
It
does the
is.
song go? Does
It goes, sometimes
They like to talk. Sometimes they play poker. Assholes with Nikki and Caitlin.
My little honey bear.
Is that like the tune of Winnie the Pooh Bear?
It certainly
It may
is.
or may not be
But for
depending
copyright reasons,
on if
I wrote
we will
it.
get flagged.
I see why you gave
blew
me
up your
Piglet.
spot.
I don't think I knew the Winnie the Pooh theme song.
What?
Well, there's
Gotta get up, gotta get going.
Climbing a honey tree.
yeah. See,
Yep.
What the fuck?
it actually they had an older one that's
That's
like,
because he had
And we're
cable when he was
alone,
growing
and
up.
there's
but that one
nobody
was the
home.
'90s one.
It's nice to be able to count on a friend like Pooh Bear, Winnie the Pooh Bear.
can
He's
dig it.
always out there.
I
And then
don't know
there's
the
like a
song.
there's like a dark part where it's like, sometimes it's cold.
And when you're alone and there's nobody home. Yeah,
that's
for
actually
the
what-
first week, Nikki and I became friends. Our entire friendship was just laughing our asses off at
And
that
singing
song,
that song
around
yeah.
the clock.
and like getting really dramatic with it. And we're like, that needs to be our theme song.
I'm not
Yeah,
gonna lie, this
perfect.
kind of was the best intro Conrad's ever done.
A very subdued Conrad today. Somehow I don't know the Winnie the Pooh theme song, but I just have Darkwing Duck rolling through my head right now.
What is that?
Sing it, Matt.
Yeah.
Off-brand.
Hit it.
Darkwing Duck.
Dangerous.
When there's trouble, you call DW.
More importantly,
Darkwing Duck.
I don't know what the fuck that is.
Get
Why does
dangerous.
Tortoise know every intro
Because
song?
he's a
He
man
was
of
babysat by the
Listen.
TV.
Yeah.
Before tablet kids, there was the TV kids.
Yeah, that was us.
We'll get to see
Sit your
this.
ass down in front of the TV and put
Don't
on
make me sing
cartoons.
DuckTales.
More importantly, I can put people on timeout for 24 hours now.
On YouTube?
Yep.
That's a power that you should not be wielding.
I'm just making sure who don't I like in this motherfucker? Hold on.
Like nobody's in our chat anymore.
Yeah, they've all left.
I think we can finally be done with Snow Monkey and all of his
Oh my
aliases.
God.
Thank God. All right. Well, what do we got on the docket today?
Totally
We got a
nothing.
packed house here today.
The tortoise is back.
I'm back,
We do
baby.
have a packed house. We had to
Tortoise is back.
really cram everyone in.
Is
like
this the
sardines.
most you've ever had on an episode?
I mean, I don't think it could be any
I
more.
think it's tied for the most. Yeah.
Yeah.
We've had Andre
This is
in
the
the
same
Melissa
number
seat.
as when we had like Henry and Espen on.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
Us
and
plus them, yeah.
I think we've had Andre
Yeah.
in your seat before.
Yeah.
Lamana,
Yo.
something came across my desk.
And Jeno.
Oh,
too.
yeah?
Yeah. The people, they have a problem.
Okay.
You can't go on vacations to the Midwest anymore.
That's true.
It's like,
Facts.
I'll never
do
go
you-
to the Midwest.
Do you understand?
Unless the Pirates are playing Chicago, which they are right now.
I was on the X, and then somebody hit me up, and they were like, Conrad, can you upload these
Yep.
audio files? And I'm like, what do you mean? That's not my job. That's what BR like. You know,
Yeah.
he's about that life.
They all got uploaded this morning. We're all good.
Yeah, we're good. We're caught
So,
up.
so now you can binge them. You know, you can binge the last 5 episodes.
What's
you go.
BR
Enjoy.
like? How did that happen?
BR like 7.
Brian Robert.
Yeah, mine. Yeah, it's my old Full Tilt name was like 7, and then my initials are BRL, so I just made it BR.
I see. I always read it as bike.
Do you know where like 7 came from?
No.
It's when Mike and Worm are walking out of the golf game, and he grabs the roll and he goes, "That's like 7. We could have like 10 if you wouldn't have dumped that V-neck sweater back there."
Yeah, it's just a random obscure. We just always used to say that. It's like 7. It's like 7.
It
and then-
annoyed me a ton when you came up with it, but now I really see the creative genius in
Yeah.
it.
That's
See?
cute.
See?
It was
Well,
way
that's
ahead
now
of
every
its time.
time
Way-
you say
way
like
ahead of
7, you get
Right. Exactly. Yeah. So now you can't
For a
unhear
decade.
it. Right.
For a
So
decade, if you
anytime
say the
somebody
word
would
like
say
7.
like 7, and you know we talk about numbers all the time, so it comes up quite often.
I told you that Brian was the best at branding. The tortoise
Yes.
thing, the
That's true.
tortua, like
No,
the.
no.
I'm just
was,
saying, like he's really good
Conrad's
at
doing.
it. He creates
Yeah.
the catchiest things, and you guys think it sucks,
Can-
but then
No, that was me.
everyone remembers it.
Of course.
No,
Of
we
course.
think the tortoise is genius. We think the
By the
tortoise.
way, here's me coming back to Vegas.
Some fans took this footage.
Come
It's
strolling
okay,
back
why we
in.
need to scream into them.
I actually
of us.
left for Vegas back in August. I just got here, so
it's a homecoming. That was a homecoming parade
Yeah,
for you.
Nikki told us you were going to be back on Monday. That was a lie.
I said Tuesday.
Okay, she
you
said
know how
that.
roll the tape
slow
back.
we walk.
Would you fly
2 days.
Frontier?
Southwest, baby.
Oh, okay.
Next to those Matt Berkey points.
Fuck. I gotta stop giving those away. Huge happy birthday to the one and only Lucky Chewy. He won
Yay.
yesterday's 10K Poker Masters event.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday to the man, the myth, the legend,
36.
Mr. Chewy. 36 years old.
Look at that bucket hat.
Yeah, the bucket hat was a choice.
I love the bucket
The
hat.
bucket hat was a choice.
Yeah.
I think it's very important that we don't all try to mimic Nick Schulman's drip.
Right.
He
Well,
pulls
so
things
does Rick
off in a way that
Solomon.
we can't. Well, yeah, but Rick and Nick, they're kind of interchangeable. The rest of us, we're just mere spectators.
That's funny you
Speak
say.
for
That's
yourself.
funny you say drip. Last night, Michelle goes to me. She goes, "Do you know what drip means?" And I was like, she was all proud because she like knew, and I was like, "Yeah, it's like clothing." She's like, "God," she's like I thought I had you on that one. She's like, I just found out. Like I hang out with Landon every day.
This is so
Of course, I'm
wholesome.
gonna know what the lingo is of the youngins.
This is so wholesome. It's
This
like
needs to be quoted in things white people say.
drip.
That's rich coming from you.
Yep. Hey, buddy.
Wait, you think
Andy dropped the "Hey, buddy" in the chat.
Oh my god! All right, like we have to spend at least 1 minute on this because
You're wrong. Whatever it is, I'm on Andy's side.
this has been the most. This has been the most enjoyable thing about the football season so far is just having this group chat for the Survivor,
Right.
and getting to troll Andy every single day. Yeah, yesterday, obviously Najee Harris not having a good year.
No.
Trash.
Yesterday, I put up this comparison of his first 36 games
Marshawn Lynch.
to Marshawn Lynch's, and their stats are almost identical. And Andy just goes on this tirade about how I'm such an idiot and don't know anything about football, yada, yada, yada. So then I look up Le'Veon Bell's stats.
He's not wrong though.
And I put them up, comparing them to Najee, and they're just like slightly better. I'm like, Najee's basically Lev Bell, just without the best offensive line in the league. I don't understand why you can't just accept this harsh reality, Andy. It's okay. We'll still love you even though you're wrong.
Called you a fucking idiot.
Wall of text. Just a wall of text. Man,
Which started with, hey, buddy.
hey, buddy, listen here. Clearly, you don't understand a thing or two
he
about a
wasn't,
thing
he
or
wasn't
two.
saying it ironically either.
No, no.
Just part of his vernacular.
Just fully in dad mode.
It's fully vanilla.
Yeah, just let me know.
I'm going to tell you, I'm going to give you a piece of my mind.
That's right.
You're killing me, Smalls.
Let me tell you a thing or two about a thing or two.
I've never heard that one, but I feel like.
I learned a couple dad jokes while I was home.
Okay. Chico got you.
Yeah.
Let's
I think I
go.
told you the one.
Let's go.
Yeah. What did the 0 say to the 8? Nice belt.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
This is very perplexed.
You had to really think about it.
I'm sorry.
Why
What?
did the chicken cross the road?
She's dissociated.
I am because like my headphones are really loud today. It's like really overstimulating me, so I'm just like kind of spacing out.
But it's a 0 with
So
a belt.
It's not that because it goes diagonally.
It depends on the 8.
Yes.
A digital 8 would be, cut down the middle.
Yeah.
An analog 8. Now we're talking something different.
Yeah.
Let's debate about this. It's
Yeah,
so
Real
interesting.
riveting.
I'm just trying to help the man's dad joke here.
Yeah.
We're workshopping this joke. It's gonna be good. God damn it.
For what it's worth, it took me a solid minute to get it myself.
Sure.
pretty good, right?
Man.
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay.
Good job.
Let's get to the meat and potatoes, shall we? A man by the name of Rob Mercer. Are you guys aware? Have you heard?
I've heard.
Have you heard a thing or two about a thing or two? He.
Can we really call him a man?
Ooh.
Wow.
Wow.
Shots.
Bang
Now,
bang.
hot.
Get canceled.
Well, I have
Men
to
can
say.
get breast cancer too.
I was gonna say.
True. You guys should all
That's
be
not where I was
checking.
going with this.
Brian.
Well, where are you going?
He's an immature
No
child.
love.
Yes.
I'm good.
Yeah, like he's not a man.
Right, but
Someone
to,
who does that is not a man.
thought you meant
but
because he
to
had
be
breast
fair
cancer.
to Tortoise's point, he may have some breast cancer that's
Men
undiagnosed.
get breast cancer too.
They
You guys
do.
should all
Yeah,
check.
apparently our nipples bleed.
No, they don't. That's the thing. He didn't look into it. You get lumps.
The thing
You
I
get
don't
lumps.
get is how is like asshole cancer less embarrassing than boob cancer? Like,
Right.
Why don't we
riddle me
rewind the
this.
story back?
Oh,
so
yeah, we're
paint
really-
the picture for anyone that's not aware of this story.
That's why we put her
Sounds
in
like we're
charge.
just shouting.
Thank you.
Thank
So this
you.
is why this is why Nikki's here, because
just,
it's like
just
to
to
keep the
clarify
show on
with,
track.
just to clarify with Caitlin, I don't think that colon cancer is
It's not the
exactly
same as
asshole
anal
cancer.
Look at a fucking anatomy
Well,
chart,
yeah, there's like
Matthew.
colorectal
It all
cancer.
leads to the asshole.
It's all
Asshole
connected.
adjacent,
It's all
perhaps.
Asshole
It
adjacent.
affects your asshole.
Yes, it does. Okay, so to rewind a little bit, I know we're having fun with this, but shout out to
Asshole cancer.
Not to cancer.
shout out to cancer. Jesus Christ.
I want that to be my band name.
Oh man.
Alt
We
right.
only do Winnie the Pooh covers.
Rob Mercer.
Cancer. Shout out to cancer.
Rob Mercer came into the poker scene sometime in around the airball time frame, I guess, like springish, early summer.
I feel like it was whenever Jamie LaFay
It was
was.
right after. It was like March.
The Jamie when
I think there was some distance between the two of them, though,
Yeah,
I
right?
think it was
Jamie's
as late as
thing
June
was-
because Cody was first, and that happened in June.
It might have been
Yeah.
late. Yeah, actually, might have
Yeah,
been later.
I think it was pushing closer up to the World
Detective.
Series for sure. So he came onto the scene. Basically, Conrad's right. There was some discussion about Jamie LaFay in his space, and he, put his hand up to speak or whatever. Came onto the platform and was irate that this person who's being accused of scamming and pretending to have cancer is getting all of this attention when he, in fact, did have cancer, according to his own.
Insane.
I guess, whatever.
medical notes.
Yeah, or lack thereof. So from there, the snowball just kind of fell. It was really the perfect storm, right? Like there was this big rally cry against one person, pretending to, or accused of pretending to have cancer, and trying to rally the community behind her. And this other guy who basically just sees an opportunity to say, like, well, if they think that this is fake on her end, let me just give them something to latch onto that feels tangibly real. And so he painted this story. It was very emotional. I remember tuning into some of the space where, like, you know, he was getting choked up and how he was diagnosed with stage 4 colon cancer, and, you know, he only had X amount of time to live and all this other stuff. From there, it really caught fire quickly. Guys like Vertucci and a few others that were in the spaces kind of like jumped on to support him. I know Josh Michello was like getting him set up with a CBD treatment to try to like lessen his pain and all this other stuff. And very quickly there was this like rallying for the cause of Rob Mercer to play the main event, which was like a lifelong dream. So ultimately, I think between all of the different outlets of GoFundMe, I think the Vertucci pod did a fundraiser, and a few other outlets, he ended up raising somewhere in the neighborhood between 30 and 50,000, according to this article that was published in the, what is this, something journal?
Las Vegas
Review Journal. Yeah. Also, it made it all the way to Deadspin. So this thing is...
It's on TMZ, yeah.
Yeah, TMZ as well. So this thing is officially national. So from there, like, you know, he ended up coming out to the World Series. We've already covered this in a previous podcast to give you like all the gory details. But basically, he came out to the World Series. He was acting a little bit erratic. His mood wasn't really that of somebody who was dying of cancer. He was, you know, gambling hard and claiming that he fucked a porn star, like just all kinds of wild stuff. Until eventually, I guess it was mid-August or early August, Snoop Dogg, who was one of the guys who's local to Sacramento and I guess like knew him and kind of introduced him to spaces, basically came out and said, like, look, I think this guy's lying. People started to take a deeper dive, and it was basically pretty well concluded that he had been lying all along. Now, the twist to this is Cody Daniels is actually very sick and was, you know, kind of brought into our community through Make-A-Wish. He was kind of duped into doing a main event swap post Rob's bust out.
Yeah, Rob was like sad that he busted.
Yeah.
So Cody was still
Just
in.
gave him
I
a
think,
free roll,
and said,
basically?
okay,
Yeah.
I'll give you whatever percent.
Yeah, so he gave him some sort of free roll. Rob like trailed him to the cage to get his $2,500, which is fucking sick.
This is
twisted when you think.
Yeah.
Especially when you
about
already got 40,000 or whatever.
it. Yeah.
Well, I mean, that money was gone by then.
Oh, long gone.
I mean,
Jeez.
Long
he
gone.
probably just has like a gambling addiction.
To say the least.
You know?
I mean,
because like, I feel like when you're focused on an addiction or something, you just kind of.
you can rationalize anything.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, for sure. So I guess let's put this in order, because Snoop had sent me all of the text log. I sent it to the group, but it was a lot. It was
long, and he does not use punctuation.
no punctuation,
So it's
doesn't
like
spell
Sean
all that
Deeb
well.
text.
Just a total run-on sentence for like many
Yeah,
novels.
it's on Twitter too. On his,
Yes.
he tweeted it too. Like
Snoop
if anyone wants
tweeted
to.
it. Yeah.
Look at it.
TLDR, his nipples bled, and he looked on WebMD, and then he decided he has breast cancer.
Right. So to fill that story out a little bit more, I actually read the whole thing. So
I did too, but I was like, I felt like I was like kind of not understanding what.
I kind of felt like I was reading a very poorly first draft of a novel of somebody who's not actually an author.
like someone who's illiterate.
Right, like
wrote a
somebody who's
novel
trying to
and
write a
submitted it.
fiction novel, but
Right.
like is just like 6 years old.
Yeah.
Actually,
Or
just
like it's like on the SAT and it's your writing section, and they're like, write a story about someone with cancer.
right, like the storyline just like starts going in a circular motion. He's like, oh wait, I gotta throw in this detail now.
Yes, it is very.
It's like when you have to up your word
use
count.
some workshop.
Well, how would I
Right.
think I had breast cancer? Oh, if they were bleeding. If like my nipples
It's
were
like he didn't even
bleeding.
Google it though. Like he wasn't like, I found a lump.
No,
Yeah.
no.
Because I looked up, I'm like, okay, is bleeding nipples a breast cancer thing? And then it was like, no.
No, you're possessed by Satan.
It just
obviously.
said like bloody discharge of the nipples is usually not breast cancer. You might be chafed.
Yeah, my favorite comment. My favorite comment was on the tweet. Like someone in the comments was like, "Bro got a chafed nipple. I got 40 grand."
Yeah, put a fucking Band-Aid on it,
What
man.
kind of shirt material are you using that's causing that much chafing?
Burlap.
In high school, it was very common. Although I guess this is only really
Common
happening
for
with
runners.
I was gonna say
And
basketball
boogie
players.
boarders, surfers, and yeah, I got it from boogie boarding.
Wow, sick flex. You've had
Thank
bloody
you.
nips.
Never had one.
Yeah, so it's normal, but it's perfectly normal.
Basketball and lacrosse used
How
to.
does a guy that doesn't run get chafed nipples?
Well, because like so if you don't wear an undershirt, like if you're wearing a basketball jersey,
oh,
like-
and it's swinging.
yeah, it's like
Yeah, it's also
that,
like
that
mesh.
like meshy
Yeah.
nylon material.
Okay.
Whoever fucking wore a basketball jersey without an undershirt underneath is out of their fucking
Who
mind.
wears an undershirt under
Well,
a
clearly,
tank
there's
top?
a reason to.
Yeah.
If you're getting
They-
bloody
it's-
nipples
But
from,
it's a tank-
from
but it's a-
your goddamn jerseys,
Yeah, but it's a
that
tank-
you guys aren't even on the team, and you have to wear these jerseys
It's
that make your
not
nipples
comfortable.
bleed.
Well, no, wait, no, we're saying people on the team, like
Oh, I thought you
basketball
meant,
players.
I thought
Even
you
if
meant
you're
when
on the
you wear
team, it's
like
not comfortable.
you know,
You just,
like a
tape your
49ers
nips.
jersey.
No, you clearly wear an undershirt. Basketball jerseys are different because they're tank tops. Like, who's gonna wear a sleeved undershirt?
Just wear a tank top.
Hi,
shirt
my name is
like that,
Conrad.
what he's wearing.
Every single time.
Or
There's no
sports bra.
fucking way. That shit feels disgusting. It's like.
Why don't they just change the
Ugh.
material? This seems like just.
I've never
seems-
encountered.
It was
this.
only
efficient.
it was only the cheap ones.
I can assure you this: the majority of NBA players do not wear undershirts.
They also don't have
Do
those
their
cheap
nipples
ass
bleed?
shirts.
I don't know.
No, I'm sure they're okay.
I'm sure they're
Probably
fine.
hear
Seem
more.
fine.
They probably build up callus throughout the years.
Ew.
They probably just have.
It's like a farmer's thumb.
Yeah, they look like they just breastfed triplets.
They probably just wear jerseys that don't do it.
The nipples are just like rock hard
my
with a
God.
layer of skin over them that you like.
Callus.
All right, enough, please.
Ironically, that would
It's
look
like
more like
someone's
cancer.
big
I feel like.
They just pick at it the way like we
Jamie-
pick at our hands.
Stop,
Jamin-
man.
Jamin
Water
says-
blister on there.
What was that? That was my nipple callus.
Jamin came in and said you have to wear an undershirt underneath your jersey. Raw is wild.
Raw
It's
is
not
wild.
even fucking
Where did
close.
you
Dog
guys
in the
go to
jerseys.
school? Yeah,
That is wild.
Obviously,
Jamin.
he went to school left of the Connie Dixon line.
yeah, y'all went to school in a cold
wish we could
place
put a
because in
poll in
warm
chat.
places we didn't wear. No one wore undershirts under the basketball jerseys.
Yeah, very.
No.
Unless you're in like first
Wait,
grade.
you're on my side.
I'm pretty sure
Yeah,
I've had to
exactly.
deal with. I've had
No,
to
we
deal with
wore it
nipple
because it was
chasing, like, once.
uncomfortable.
I don't, when I
We
grew
wear
up,
undershirts 'cause
the guys
it's
weren't
uncomfortable.
wearing
I'm
the
just saying you're a
undershirts.
nerd.
Because I remember seeing their like.
You grew up in
know,
Philly.
Yeah, we all agree. Conrad's a nerd.
Yeah.
I grew up
No way.
in a
You're
beach
part of the
town.
Brainiacs.
Beach town.
Yeah.
Well, fucking out of there.
Beach Town, USA.
You
All
would
right.
get made fun of if you
Anyway,
wore an undershirt
so
under a
nipples
basketball
chafing
jersey.
is just
wouldn't wear it.
not really that common. I
Okay,
guess.
so
I,
I
love
mean,
that this is the detail that we're choosing to transfix on.
Right. Yeah.
I'm
well,
not
it's
surprised.
a pretty outlandish
this is
detail.
the whole
sure.
diagnosis.
to diagnoose yourself with
This is
cancer
the
based off of
bloody
a nipple chase.
I love that he never saw a doctor too.
So this is the detail. He went into the elaborate story about how he went to the doctor to get a
And he was
diagnosis for this bloody discharge, and he looked around and saw all the sick people
And
and
felt
was
bad.
so terrified that he had to walk out and never see a doctor again.
And this is all. Meanwhile, this is also Cody who like has cancer.
Right, of course.
So
Right.
he's like explaining.
Yeah.
how-
Oh, yeah. Right. The text messages were all sent to Cody
Yeah.
prior to the Las Vegas Journal article coming
Right.
out. So it was him just like trying to explain away why he's a piece of shit, never offering back the money. Obviously, he doesn't have it. But yeah. So essentially, now this Las Vegas Review article, Journal Review article comes out, and I have to tell you, based off of what I read from the text messages, I assume he sent something similar to them. They did a great job of just like cutting the fat
Yes.
Yeah.
and not really giving him the ability to like walk in circles.
Yeah, they did.
They would just like cherry pick a
That
quote here and there.
That last part was the best when they're just like, he claims he has undiagnosed breast cancer. It just really distills it down.
Yeah, and it just like leaves it at that.
Yes.
So the summary of the article is basically he did an interview with the Las Vegas Review Journal and said that he lied about having colon cancer, but that he does have undiagnosed breast cancer based off of his own Googling and WebMD.
His diagnosis.
Rob MD.
And that he felt pressured to make it a more quote unquote like manly cancer because he felt like he would be made fun of for having breast cancer, which is just like
Not really a thing.
no.
Wouldn't
It's just not believable. It's like far less believable if he says he
Well,
has
he
breast
just shows
cancer.
he really thinks everyone's stupid.
Of course.
You know,
plot twist? He
100%.
has brain cancer, and that's why he thinks
that's why he thinks this
makes
is
sense,
plausible
yeah.
because he has brain cancer.
Imagine if that actually. So he said, I did that just as a spur of the moment thing when someone asked me what kind of cancer I had, which obviously, you know, if we look back at the timeline of this, that's clearly not the case. He was in a situation where he volunteered information that he had cancer to, at a bare minimum, gain sympathy. And then from there, he leveraged that sympathy into dollars. At any given point in time, if he had to divulge that he suspected he had breast cancer, people would just call him a fucking farce.
Right.
You know, the whole jig would have been up, and that would have been the end of it, and no one would have got robbed. So
You mean if he said he had breast cancer to begin with?
I think so, yeah. Because
Why men get breast cancer?
it's just so much less common, and the guy's grifting for money.
yeah.
Right. So it's like those two things attached would just make people do more due diligence. But if you say I'm dying of colon cancer, which is a really common occurrence in men,
Yeah.
it's very difficult to kind of push back and say, like, let me see some receipts, bud. You know?
Yeah, we
I
could
feel like
have
if
just
I
played
heard
with
the
Rob's
male
nipples.
breast cancer thing though, I'd be like, well, that's so specific. Who would lie about that?
Ooh, that's you're kind of next level.
You know.
The other thing is, like, I don't know if it's common. Like, it's common knowledge to know that colon cancer is terminal. I don't know the degree of breast cancer.
Breast cancer
It's
can
not
get
terminal.
removed like probably easier than colon cancer.
Yeah, it's been a
can.
lot more studied thanks to all those football players wearing pink every year. Thank you, boys.
That's
Love pink.
that's the movement that we're looking for here. So yeah, I mean, I think that, like, you know, in the world of catfishing and grifting and all things in between, I think that he just understood that. Well, here's the other thing. I don't think that was actually even a part of it. Like,
He just came up with the breast
yeah, I think the breast cancer thing is an
that wasn't
after
him.
the
He wasn't
fact.
planning on being like.
Well, that's
because that obviously that would make his story look way less believable.
Right.
He wasn't planning on being like, just kidding, I have breast cancer instead.
Right.
That was just he's like really just
I
trying
think
to.
it's because the GoFundMe was like, you don't have cancer, so you got to return the money. He's like, well, no, actually, I think I might still
Yeah.
have it
Yeah.
in a different part.
So this is kind of an interesting twist to it as well. GoFundMe has refunded everybody, which is great.
Yeah.
Cody's really the only victim in all of this now, which is fucking twisted.
Right.
It's crazy.
When you think about it. But the other thing is that, so GoFundMe, you know, acknowledged that he was scamming, refunded everybody, and
It was quick too.
yeah, and Rob basically said, like, I'm not paying you back. There's a good chance that they'll be able to seek legal action here.
No, they do. So I was looking into it because I was looking at cases where this has happened before with GoFundMe, and there was an article that was like 6 times, you know, people have been arrested for fake GoFundMes, and the total, I mean, it was like for 6,000.
Oh yeah, that girl that you showed me.
That girl was 400K. That was like a big one.
There
Oh,
was one
okay.
that wasn't even that big, and I feel like they got 10 years or something.
Yeah, no,
stupid
but
like
the
that.
ones I was looking at, it was like 6 years, 6,000, 2,000. Like they were low numbers, and they were getting jail time. So it's like when GoFundMe refunds, like they're taking on that legal responsibility, and then they're working with law enforcement.
It's like wire
so
fraud or something like
Yeah.
that, right? Because they're
It's-
getting the money transferred through
I think it depends on the state, but the one I looked at, there was one that was like theft with intent to deceive or something.
Okay.
It's basically whatever charges the Tinder swindler would be brought up on.
Yeah.
I would assume.
I think it's, yeah, maybe, but I think there might be extra ones because they're using,
A public platform.
yeah, like charity.
Like it's a charitable platform.
Was Rob's enemies after him?
They are.
I always think it's funny when someone's name is like what they did.
Rob.
Nice.
Nice.
How do we not see it?
Yeah. It's like right
Our
there.
face.
Or, you know, like, you know, Chris
This-
Moneymaker, you know, like it's like
Yeah.
they did that.
They money made.
Yeah.
This is a future Ace skit, isn't it?
Sure.
DVD.
We're workshopping here.
He was there all along.
He named his name Rob McRobsky.
Rob McRobertson.
Yeah, Marv Marverson.
So yeah, I mean, I guess, like, wrapping this up, it's nice to see that there's going to be some closure around all this. Like, I feel like we have had a lot of these scandal-esque type of stories over the last year and a half, and most of them don't really reach a full-blown conclusion where
This
we're
guy
just
was
positive.
like full on dumb.
Yeah.
He just
Are
did
you
everything
dumb?
wrong.
Smart about it.
It's
There
just
was-
like there's so much online and there's so much evidence.
Yeah.
I don't see how he doesn't get arrested for this.
There was one in Nevada where they raised $2,000, and faces a minimum of 5 years.
Yeah.
Wow.
And up to
For $2,000.
5 years to up to 12.5 years in prison in Nevada.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah,
Wow.
for $2,000.
You would get less for stealing a car.
It's grand theft.
You would get less from killing somebody.
Well,
Manslaughter,
you get less for
probably.
raping someone for sure.
Well, that's good. It really deters people from doing it then. Like, don't fake cancer and make a fundraiser for yourself.
Well,
Yeah.
Of course, like GoFundMe is gonna have a good legal team and stuff.
Oh, yeah, they got to be
6,000,
armed.
30 months.
That's wild.
Yeah.
I mean,
so
I'm sure
these
they
are
get, like-
smaller numbers
Yeah.
by a lot. And
Yeah.
They got jail time. So
It's so crazy, too, because in the poker community, like, you know, we look at something like 40,000 and we're like, yeah, that could have been worse.
I know it could have been Rampage with Dustin DeCloser,
Yeah.
fucking 450K.
Yeah, like,
Isn't it crazy how fast things fly? Like, I just forgot about Dustin DeCloser and Ethan
How
DeLoner.
could you forget about Ethan DeLoner?
That's what I'm saying. Like, things move so fast. Ethan DeLoner.
As a matter of fact, let me text you.
I wonder if I could sell Ethan all of my debt for like cents on the dollar.
Well, don't say it here. You can't let him know your plan.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. I don't want to undercut myself.
you'll pay
but
him back.
I got a solid $250,000 on the streets that I don't know how likely it is to get back. And I'd take 75 cents on the dollar right now. I think that'd be pretty
Open
fair.
invite.
Definitely likely to get it back.
Well, yeah. Honestly, I think like I think I have like 250 on the street, and I would say like pretty high probability 175 of it comes back. But yeah, that other 75-ish.
Feels like it's a little bit more than that
What?
on the street
No.
as opposed.
That's just because you think your number's
No.
the lesser of them, and it's not. It's one of the biggest ones.
No, it's like the third biggest.
Yeah, probably true.
It is true. I know what it is.
No, I think it might be the second biggest. I don't think I have anything bigger than 75K out. I just have a lot of like 25Ks out that are
Cranberries.
Yeah, it's a few cranberries.
just crayon here and there.
A few cranberries between friends.
My motto, baby. Just call me Ocean Spray 25.
Yep.
You know. So moving on from Rob, because I don't want to talk about this scumbag deadbeat any longer.
Thank you.
And the next story we do
Yeah,
on
good
him will
luck
be.
on your nipples, bro.
Oh, they're gonna bleed real good where you're going.
I hope you're picking those suckers.
She should have had at least a good boogie boarding story
That's
to
his
go.
that's his new punishment. Is he now has to have bloody nipples for
And
the
he
rest
has-
of his
and he has
life?
to-
Anytime
pick them
every time
forever.
it starts healing, we rip it
He has
open
to
again.
feel it.
If,
Yeah.
if he ends up in pound me prison, he's gonna wish that he had fucking anal cancer.
Oh man.
Oh man.
Right.
There's
Here we
a-
are.
Hope you don't get butthole cancer.
The next thing he's gonna have is AIDS.
It's escalated quickly.
Yeah.
And he's not gonna have it, but he's gonna say he had it.
Oh,
And so what did you said we were moving on?
yeah, moving on. You had a fun bit planned for us today.
I did. I didn't know if we were gonna get to it or not, so I like didn't get all thorough into
Oh,
it.
we're
But
here.
I thought it was pretty cute, like because everyone's going back to school. All the kids are going back. I haven't been back to school in a long
kids
time.
are going back to
all
school.
the kids are going back to school. Sometimes things pop up in my timeline. Maybe the SEO likes that. Maybe like our show could get more
to
SEO
school.
if we did some little back to school content. And we did some like throwback Thursday of what everyone looked like when they were in high school. Because I wanted to know personally. I
You wanted
was
to know
like, I
what
wonder
we
what
looked like in high
like
school?
a really like
Oh,
a
look at that good looking
high
son
school
of a bitch right there.
Wow, Lamana was a looker.
What happened?
I
Just
don't
kidding.
know. Yeah.
He got off the
What was your
HGH.
hair-
It's like
what was
the
your hair
Adam
routine
Sandler
there?
album. What the hell happened to me?
What hair products were
Yeah,
going
that
on?
looks-
Oh, gel, like
good.
LA looks.
Yeah.
Just
for
kind of
sure.
like rub it through.
Yeah, oh yeah. You get a glob of it.
Oh, stop.
Yeah.
Damn, bro,
All right,
Riz.
calm down,
See,
ladies. Calm down.
No, seriously,
The tortoise
like,
isn't down.
was this your era of like
That
just
was
locking
his
down
era.
women?
Yeah.
He went there, right?
No, listen.
You know what it was?
Let
Once
him
I
have
started,
this.
once I started pursuing women from other schools,
Yeah.
I did much
That's
better.
because he was
that
fucking
was
shredded.
not getting
This,
any
this was
pussy.
not his era.
That was not getting
I
any
was
pussy.
12.
When you said that, I just
Never.
immediately
That's
thought,
a senior picture.
That boy was singing Darkwing Duck. Show it again.
Say it, Darkwing Duck, go.
it's so milady.
I was 12 years
So
old.
milady.
Darkwing Duck.
Do
Wait,
you know how long
Ryan,
it took me to train
Ryan,
my hair to
how
do
old
that?
was he?
Right there. I don't
like
know.
14.
He's had that haircut like for so long.
It was my
though.
7th grade picture.
Walk us through
But
your
you
hair.
had that same
How
haircut
did
when
do
you were a
this?
senior.
No, I didn't.
See,
I cut,
there it is.
I'm 13 there.
No way.
Yeah.
What?
Little older.
13-year-old boys look little.
Look at Jace.
I'm wearing my 12-year-old All-Star
You look
jersey.
so much older.
Every single
Were you an early
day.
Yeah.
Some
I
days
was,
you
I
can't
was
look
like 6
down.
foot.
Too.
I was 6 foot by the time I was 13.
Okay, early boomer.
6 foot 5'10".
And then
Early,
the problem
early
is,
puberty. You were one of the deep
oh,
voice
I
guys.
had a deep voice in like 4th grade.
Aw, okay, he's
Aw,
cute there.
this one's
That was
cute.
That was 1st
Yeah.
grade.
That was before he got
really
the
First
hairdo.
grade, you look like
before he
looked
found
like
his
3 there.
I didn't have that haircut as long as you think.
before he found his middle part, like the 2 years before he found it.
Yeah.
I didn't have
Yeah.
the middle part as long as you think. I had it from 6th grade to
Did you straighten
11th
it?
grade.
It was like a canyon
that's
in there,
gotta be
though.
more
That
The
was
middle
like,
part does make it look like you did LARPing and like Renaissance fairs.
I had listen. First of all, it was the only haircut anybody had back then, and it took
no,
me.
the swoop, the skater boy swoop, the duck,
That
the
was
duck
later.
fin?
We didn't have
That was,
those.
that
I
was
never
like my,
had that
was kids
haircut.
my,
No,
when I
that
was
was
growing
kids
up.
my
Thank you.
age, and I'm 10 years older than you.
Lamana had
Well,
a
they
hard
had it when I
part.
was growing up too.
Lamana went with the hard part,
The hard part. What's the hard part?
like the actual hard part from
on the side. Oh
The
yeah,
side
when I was
part?
younger. Yeah, when
That's
I was
why
in
they
like
all look
when I was like
older.
5th, 6th grade. Yeah.
I wish I could explain to you how long it took me to train my hair to do
Look
that.
at that
Look
little
at those-
angel.
look at
Showing
the
pictures
alien.
of me while we're still
know,
talking about
Guapo's,
Berkey's
like,
hair.
fast-tracking
jumping
these
the gun a little
photos.
bit here.
Look at this angel.
Well,
Look at this
somewhere to
angel
be.
picture.
We
though.
got
Let's
to fly
talk.
through this bit.
Let
We
us
got
cook.
30
Let-
minutes to
Give
defend
me
yourself
my
because I have a
moment.
mic.
Wait till they finish before you show mine. Jesus.
We got 30 minutes to fill. You've already blown through half the
We're
cast.
cooking. Let us cook.
God.
Guapo out here trying to
He's
speed
trying to
run.
speed
It's like
through
the
it.
like a
Let's
wedding
go.
slideshow.
We're gonna have to talk about his bracelet win for the last 20
I
minutes.
know.
Try to have a family moment here, going
Fuck
through our
you, man.
photos.
Christ.
Like brutal.
Like we brought a date home for the first time.
Yeah, I cut my hair for the snowball in 11th grade,
What is the snowball?
and
It's a dance.
I went in and asked for
Snowball.
what was the guy from Backstreet Boys, Brian whatever,
Oh.
where he had like the
No one wanted to be Brian
Oh.
Carter. What?
no, not,
Everyone
No,
wanted to
not
be
Nick
Nick
Carter.
That's Nick Carter.
Brian's
the one with the dark
Who the hell is
hair, or
Brian?
what?
No, he had like
Blonde
Brian
hair,
Lamana.
but it was like
Blonde
kind
hair.
of
Gave a shit
curly
about
but
that.
short.
I don't remember this guy.
No,
It
that was
wasn't-
that was
wasn't curly.
that wasn't
Wavy
Brian.
There's just an extra
That
Backstreet
wasn't
Boy member
Brian.
that only Matt knows.
just had
Oh yeah, he was one of the most famous ones.
Yeah. He just had like bangs or something.
No one can remember his last name.
Yeah,
Well, he doesn't-
he's obviously forgettable.
Yeah, they don't have last
It's
names.
just
Legit.
Brian.
He's one of the
Was it
famous-
Knight?
No, it was JC
No, that's
Chazé
Jordan Knight.
and
Jordan Knight.
fucking
That was
Joey
a
Santana.
that NSYNC.
That was
Chris
insane.
Kirkpatrick is
You're
Yeah.
talking Backstreet Boys?
Chris Kirkpatrick actually went to school in
Chris
near Pittsburgh.
Kirkpatrick
Yeah.
could get his ass kicked.
and Lance Bass.
Worse
That
than
was
Little
also
Bit Biscuit
insane.
Bastard.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Brian Littrell.
Yeah.
Brian Littrell, there
Brian
you go.
Littrell, yeah, exactly.
Thank
Yeah.
The Backstreet Boys, Nick Carter, Howie Duro, AJ McLean, Brian Littrell.
That's what
Kevin
you were going for, the
Richardson.
Brian Littrell
Yeah, so
look?
Matt, were you
Yeah.
like practicing Backstreet Boys moves?
No,
Backstreet's
no.
back.
That was
Alright.
me.
That was Lamana.
Actually, it was NSYNC.
That checks out. That checks.
Dating back,
Really?
NSYNC greater than Backstreet Boys all day.
dating back to
I
Lamana,
agree.
not getting
Yeah.
pussy in high school. He was a very attractive man, but he was so goddamn annoying that he scared all the girls away.
Right, that's why I had to
Wait,
go
he
to
was-
the
you were
school
annoying
next
to
to town
girls?
next. Yeah, the town over.
What did he do to them?
I mean,
just
he was
you know.
he was
You
like,
know how I am now? I was kind of like that then.
he had
I'm
undiagnosed
into it.
he had undiagnosed ADD
He was
for
just like
sure.
bouncing off the walls.
Oh my
kinda.
god, yeah, he was just a
Alright.
class clown. Like
Yeah.
his mom would come in and he would
Clown.
fucking torture her as a sub.
Yeah.
Like
Okay.
just
Yeah,
always,
I
all
had
She was a
Like
attention on her.
substitute. She was a sub.
Yeah,
Aw.
yeah, she was sweet. We loved having Mary,
Oh, Mary.
little
It
Mary.
is, it always
I think we have
it
a
is
picture.
awkward.
Won't we have a picture of her too, with me and the little when I was little?
I don't know. Guapo
Yeah.
keeps speed running our pictures.
Yeah.
We're already at.
Right.
He doesn't have a mic. He
It's
says
me,
he
it's
hates
me,
me.
my brother,
He's
my
just
mom.
showing every photo of me as Berkey's talking about his hair.
Yeah, I
and I'm
do.
like,
Here,
what's-
wait, here's your mom. Here's Lamana's mom. I just put it in the Discord.
Yeah.
I tried to like select like the best pictures of everyone.
yeah.
And so I liked the other ones because we could tell who it was you. that it
Oh,
was
back
you,
in the
but
day,
This is
me, my brother, my
You
mom.
look like
Yep.
a 40-year-old man.
I know. Look at me. I'm
Wait,
dapper there.
wait,
What are you
you're-
talking
you're
about?
in the
He's
scene?
selling insurance.
Was this
for sure.
church?
That was the start of the hard
Wait,
part.
are you on
Like-
the left or the right?
I'm on the right.
Oh, okay.
You look like you're selling cars.
Was this
He's, like,
church?
like,
That
doing
was
taxes.
no. That was our house.
Oh,
That was
you were in a suit
How-
at your house.
that was Christmas Eve.
How did he look? How did he look?
Why is no one else
26 and
dressed
6?
up?
Everyone, they're dressed up.
Not your brother.
Not as much. Yeah, I think
That
he
is
was. He
mad.
had a button down on.
Did he?
Yeah.
Oh.
Brian
Yeah,
literally
he
looked
was
like
business cash.
you
You were
look
at
like a
a
grown
grown
adult.
funeral.
You were ready to impress. You were ready to close
Yeah.
a timeshare deal.
You look like you ready to. I got a bargain for you.
Yeah.
Jay's in business
cash.
cash, and Lamana's out there full blown funeral attire.
Yeah.
He's gonna host Wheel of Fortune.
Kids who dress. There's like a kid who dressed like that when I was growing up, where he always wore suits and ties to school.
It's
How did
adorable.
you, my mom, when we were little, she loved nothing more than like to dress us up for like
Adorable.
for like Christmas
That's
and
cute.
Easter and
Yeah,
any
like-
excuse to like dress us up in nice
Like your
clothes.
live dolls, you know, you get to buy
Yeah.
clothes, dress
Right.
them up.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah,
Like we trained for that,
Right.
you know?
I didn't. I
She
threw them all
wanted
in
a
the
girl
closet.
so bad.
All right, now you can show Melissa's photos, Guapo.
All right, let's look at Melissa.
Yeah.
How dare you? He's supposed to talk about himself.
Aw.
Did you?
Oh,
how
she's
long did
gonna
you
be
play
a soccer
soccer?
player.
Why is that soccer ball so big?
Because
Holy
I was
shit.
small.
She's that small.
That's a
Look at
normal
my
size
jersey.
soccer ball.
Look at the jersey. I'm swimming.
Like, yeah, you don't even have a.
They gave us adult jerseys.
like a nightgown.
It's
Man,
a,
that probably
it's a
did
trading
number.
card.
Never mind.
Limited edition Melissa Schubert, 5 years
It's
old.
very rare.
Very rare.
I think there's only one in
Yo.
circulation now.
That
Yeah.
soccer ball is gigantic.
She's like
next
in
to
the
you.
goal. It's like
Yeah.
the ball hit her and she flew back into the goal.
This is
That's
Tumblr
me in
days.
eighth grade.
Wow, is that your Aaliyah,
flower.
Aaliyah
I
era?
was on acid. You can see my pupil looks really large.
She was getting into her Avril Lavigne era.
No, that was way before. I was like Avril Lavigne era when I was like 8.
Mm.
Because I would get my dad's tie and walk around the neighborhood in cargo pants and a tank top and a tie.
Oh, that's cute.
Because I just wanted to be seen. but
Why'd you have to
no
make
one would
things so
look.
complicated?
No one would look. I would just be
Nice.
walking around like
Nice,
I thought I was
Lamana.
like the main character.
On acid.
See,
Not
like,
on acid
that's
when I
better
was
when you get
8.
older, Brian.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do think that.
Second
Angel.
grade.
Aw, Angel.
It's self-explanatory, really.
She's on acid in that
And-
picture.
At what point did the acid come into play?
That was 8th grade. That was one of my
Oh
first
yeah,
times.
just your typical 8th grade experience.
Just casual acid.
That was
I
one of my
remember in
first
8th
times.
grade finding out one kid smoked pot ever. We're like, banish him!
Yeah.
We all started doing that in 6th grade.
I
Yeah.
thought people were
Sixth
gonna
grade?
force me to do drugs because of all the Dare videos. I was
It's
so
like the-
scared.
I was like, you know, I ran with a rough
This is your
crowd when
brain.
I was
This is
I
your
was
brain on
terrified
drugs.
of someone
That does
holding me
not
against the
look like
locker and making me
Melissa
do
at all.
drugs.
He's
Melissa, you
speeding
dyed your
on
hair.
your
Speeding.
head.
Can you stop speeding? Let us talk. Fuck.
Follow along with the
My
conversation, Guapo.
He wants to get out of here real bad.
Yeah, what you got going on,
You got
buddy?
a hot date?
What are you cooking, Guap? What are you
Yeah, fuck you got going on.
Jesus.
You got another bracelet to win, you bitch? Yeah, you don't got a mic.
Right.
We took
Poor
away
guy.
Guapo's mic, so he
No,
can't
take his
defend
mic
himself.
away.
Poor
and
guy,
then
he
just
fucking
beat
lied
him
to me this
down.
morning. Pre-production, he told me he wanted Deuce to 7 triple draw for 175.
Oh yeah, it was good. We had him going for a good
No,
period
I
of
didn't
time.
believe him, and
No,
then you guys all
believed.
fucking manipulated me.
Because we had to make the lie work. I wasn't there. I just
Yeah.
wasn't
Guapo and I are
You
good
would
at
have been another
improv.
too.
Guapo and I are good at
Probably.
improv. I just came in and started adding details, and he just kept rolling with it. I was like, "Yeah, it was Deuce to 7 triple draw, $1,500 buy-in." Obviously, he's like, "Yeah, I want it for about $1.70."
I love it when boys know how to yes and. Nothing makes me happier.
hot.
They're lying to me.
Yes.
It's hot,
yes,
though, I'm
they
sorry.
lied to you.
Look, I asked him before if he went to the gym. He said yes. He fucking lied to me. He told me to give him some points back. Then he lied to me again.
It's not a lie
How
if
do
you
you ever
say
feel
just
safe?
kidding.
I
after.
The
don't.
first yeah, it's not a lie if you plan on saying you're
If you say
kidding.
just kidding after and you don't take people's money off of GoFundMe, then
Yeah,
it's
that's true.
not. Yeah.
She's
Yeah.
right.
Okay.
You actually have to take money off of GoFundMe for it to be a true lie.
Listen,
true
Guapo,
lie.
if you start getting bloody nipples, I'm not going to be here for you.
It's all right, Guap. We got
Listen,
you.
the thumbnail says I lied, so we're just going along with the theme of the
Yeah,
day.
that was the theme of
true.
the day.
I haven't told you one true thing the entire
I want
day.
a Deuce to 7 triple draw bracelet as well.
I was so
Really, how much you
close.
win?
Just joshing.
A lot of money,
How much money?
like at least 1,000.
See, it's not believable.
The buy-in was 60. See, that was believable.
$60.
Yeah, yeah, the old $60
The
bracelet.
old
event.
$60 WSOP bracelet event, Nikki Limousine.
They're really, diluting the value of these bracelets.
Yeah, just giving them away.
Yeah, you have to pay the
$1
admin fee too.
It was in the Bahamas. You guys wouldn't know.
WSOP
We wouldn't know
Delaware.
anything about the Bahamas.
Yeah, you were here for
$60
WPT.
PCA bracelet.
All right,
event.
let's see young Landon, the chess prodigy, who, by the way, there's a backstory to this. Whenever he first started coming into my sphere, and he was like streaming a bit and running deep in the bracelet events, and then eventually he came onto the pod. I think we had him on as a guest on the old vlogcast first.
I remember that.
And
I had the Wu-Tang Forever shirt.
some rando just starts hitting me up incessantly, like just nonstop, telling me how Landon's a scumbag scammer who lied about his chess ability and like was never.
Did you have a chess enemy from back in the day?
No.
Did you get money from?
You know better than
no.
I do. What was he say? What was he claiming?
Basically, I think I said I was second in the region of Florida when I was in pre-K to third grade, and then like classic egotistical dumb child things to do. I took that as like second. I was like second in state, and then extrapolated to like, oh, like I'm really good at chess.
Yeah.
And then he's like, this kid's not that fucking good. And I was like,
Well, so he had a point then.
yeah, he had a point.
Oh,
He was
okay.
right.
Oh,
But he was
okay.
just being rude about it.
But like you just mixed up what award you got.
Basically,
The
like,
tier,
was I good
the
at chess
tier.
when I was younger? Yes, but I'm not like very, very good.
Yeah, it's like I was good at Mario, but then you play other people that were good at Mario, and
It's
you're
like,
like,
yeah.
oh, maybe I'm not that good at Mario.
It's like there's like someone that's like when it comes to like like Smash.
Yeah.
Like it's like, oh,
Yeah,
are
like-
you actually good or are you good against your
exactly.
friends?
Everyone
Right.
thinks they're good at Smash until they play like
Same
people
with
who
poker.
are actually good
People
at
think
Smash.
they're good at
Poker,
poker when they
yeah.
only play against
fantasy
their
football.
friends.
Oh,
But
yeah.
also this guy did not like me. One time
Right.
he wanted to offer me PLO mindset coaching, like PLO / mindset coaching for no limit, and I was like, I showered it, and then ever since then he's been
Oh,
an
and then
enemy.
he's calling out your chess.
He's been
abilities
he's
after
been
that.
scorned.
It's a little petty.
So let's show him. Let's show him
Let's
right
show
now.
that guy.
yeah, you want
Where
to
is
play
he?
against this kid across the board or what?
You cue the picture, Guapo.
Get faster with the pictures, buddy. God.
Yeah, why don't
Now
you
he's
guys-
being slow with the big
Now he
words.
wants to listen to the story.
Yeah.
Ugh. Look at
Wow.
Why are you so
Look at
bored?
that.
You're so
Look
bored
at
of
your
winning.
pouty little lips.
He looks associated. I'm not gonna lie.
He's like, I don't think he actually was playing the game. They just
He's
posted
like in a,
it.
he's in
go
a
sit in
trauma
front of this
state.
chessboard.
His eyes look like they're off into another land.
Yeah.
He was on acid.
Oh.
Wow. I didn't know.
Oh,
Look at this
Florida
picture.
boy.
Where am
You
I?
look like a 40-year. You're like actually you 75.
You look
like you're retired in Florida.
Yeah, you just came off the golf.
I look like Hasbullah.
You're
look
like,
like
I can't tell if you're 75 or like
The
one.
guy that went on the hamster wheel tried to cross the Atlantic.
Oh my
He's
god.
cooking.
There's a lot of pictures.
Whoa.
Wow, you graduated high school in 2004?
Yeah.
Oh, there's
Just like
the,
that. With the
Oh.
big bow tie. Look at that.
Oh, now we can see what's eating Gilbert
Yeah,
Grape.
nice Guapo. We see the
Why are we
Discord.
looking at the
That's my dad. That's my dad, and then there's all us we're lambs.
Which one are
Wow.
you? The
Yes.
middle one?
The big
One
one.
middle.
I guess
no,
middle.
The big one
Middle.
is
Griffin.
Dalton on the right.
What?
I'm in the middle.
Yes, I got it.
Dalton was the biggest baby at 5'5".
Dalton hit his growth spurt early.
Yeah.
What the heck?
He speed run. Then Griffin is on the left.
That's weird.
Yeah.
I just figured you guys all like were your sizes.
It takes some time for the nutrients from absorbing the fourth child
Yeah.
to actually
Right.
kick in.
Yeah.
So
He was still
Landon,
digesting it.
yeah, Landon didn't really reap those benefits until he was like 2.
Till he's this stage.
Right.
Yeah, there it is.
Now we know it's eating
No,
Gilbert
that's what
Grape.
I reaped too many benefits then.
Yeah.
You look like you work at Best
Yeah.
Buy. Like what? Why you wear khakis?
I look like I'm asking if you have games on your phone.
Like honestly, you're
Geek
normal
Squad.
sized here. You're just slouching. Just like if you sat up straight, you'd look very normal.
I had no
Yeah,
posture. I was
yeah.
big boy.
You're collapsed
Who
onto
approved
yourself.
the hair?
Nobody approved the hair.
Okay, that's,
Well,
that
I
makes
mean, he
sense.
had like long ass hair until.
But why'd you
not
want
very long
it?
ago.
Yeah, I asked that question then too. Of like, who signed
laziness.
off on this?
Just lazy.
Lack of self-care.
I see.
Well, I think you got a little bit attached to the hair after. A certain
I think at some
right?
point you do.
It became your comfort hair.
There was
My
a
hair
point.
was my room.
There was a point where he believed he was a Viking. That was an
Yes.
awkward stage.
Yeah.
Just because you have Viking blood doesn't mean you have to like dress like how they used to hundreds of years ago.
No.
Like
but-
if a Viking worked at Best Buy.
Yeah, Vikings don't wear polo shirts, bro.
I think
that
I
wasn't
think
when
the
I
hair.
met you. That was in high school.
I don't even think it was an aesthetic choice after a certain point. I think you just
The hair chose
the
him.
hair became
Yeah,
you.
the hair
Yeah.
became you.
At some point, it's like after you have it for 2 years, it's like
You just get
like,
used to
you just
it.
kind of get used
This
to
is
it.
my look now. You remind me kind of like when the Beast turned into the Prince, and we were like, well, he'd look good with a haircut.
Yeah.
Wait, 2 years? You had it longer than that, no?
I had long hair twice in my life.
Oh, there was a downtime.
It was like it was like high school, and then I got my hair cut at some point in high school, and then
wow, so it was a choice.
yeah.
Yeah.
It
Well,
wasn't that bad when it was like sort of near your shoulders.
least
but
it was
then
healthy.
Once it started going past, then it was like
the hair was.
Yeah, your hair was healthy
Does
looking.
it start not?
Well, yeah, you start getting like split ends and it looks dry, but like your hair looks healthy there.
I'm just happy he cut it because the fights between him and Conrad with who clogged the shower drain is more than I can handle.
That's why we roll it into balls and stick it on the wall. You
Right.
gotta learn
Now
that.
it's from
Well,
Clogged
now
the
we just
Razor.
know it's Conrad.
Wait, you what?
Yeah,
You
that's
get to
what
roll
I
it
did.
into circles or balls
Yeah.
and you put it on the
Because
wall.
when
That's why when
like-
you see all my hair on the thing, I roll it into the
Yeah,
ball and I
see,
leave
He
it there.
knows. He's got it.
Why
That's
would
the
you leave it
technique.
there? Put it in the fucking
Also,
trash.
because you're in the
If I
shower.
forget
You
about
do.
it-
And you take it
If
off
I-
after.
If I happen to forget about it, then it's there.
Yeah, and then you can take it off
This
the next.
this panel of women knows how to not clog shower drains.
Right.
Okay.
We appreciate
Yeah,
you.
you just
Yeah.
stick it. I think we all just stick it to the wall,
Yeah.
right?
It's
Yeah.
something that boyfriends like are really jarred by when they
they're like,
first.
"Why's her hair on?
Yeah, like,
Gross.
oh, it's on the wall. Sorry, you didn't take it down yet. Just
Do you
give me
want
a
to run your
second.
fingers
We
through it or
just
not?
forgot to take
Second.
it down after.
we just didn't do it
and
yet.
then sometimes you leave it up and then you add another day's
Yeah,
shower
like, well,
onto it.
I'm already taking a shower again,
and then
so
there's a
just
whole
leave
wall of
it.
hair.
Listen, ADD's a bitch, okay? So leave us alone.
You have a question.
I would like to
more you
opt out. I would like to opt out.
You'll
of
never
this.
know this
You'll
struggle,
never know.
Matt.
I'd like to opt out.
You did.
You're bald.
You took your hair off.
Not,
shaved your
no,
head.
not me personally. I don't want to experience this third-handedly either,
You never
or
have seen
second-handedly.
They
the ball
said you
shower
never
of a
will.
woman?
They must have thrown their hairs
shower.
away.
Ball shower.
It's,
the wall-
it's not that bad if you have
wall.
separate bathrooms. Then you never have to see it.
That's true. That is true.
And-
I'm happy the hair is gone.
Maybe
too.
separate bedrooms as well.
Okay, Guapo, like, where's the next picture? I don't get it.
There's some more good ones in there, honestly. Griffin looks taller than me.
Guapo is such a
Wow.
sweet human
I
being.
know, I love Guapo.
He's not going to take kindly to the trolling.
I asked Conrad for an old picture. He's like, I don't have any.
Look at that
And then he
hat.
said this.
What do you go to the
Is this
players'
your
ball?
prom
Well,
date?
actually, my prom date? No, I never went to any of my proms. I didn't give a
What
fuck.
is this then?
I got paid $500 to go to this.
$500.
To go
Yep.
to prom with someone?
Yep. went to 3 proms. I got paid $500 a piece.
And you spend it all on that hat.
Because he was
Why were they paying you?
Because he's a pimp. He's
Hold on.
clearly.
Is this going to prom or are you going to the players' ball? I don't
Oh,
understand.
that was prom.
I like the matching hat.
I think
So it was
Yeah,
someone
This
that
is
else's
him
prom.
doing
Yeah.
honest work of a gigolo.
Wait a minute.
I had
Yeah.
You were,
I
an,
had
es-
never-
you were an
Look at this-
escort.
Look at this diagonal of the hat, though.
The cane
Yeah.
is in the
Well,
car.
you can't wear it straight. He's
My-
not, out of Dumb and
Top
Dumber.
of the morning.
My mom
Yeah.
pimped me out. She used to pay me $500 to go to her proms with her
My
friends'
mom picked
daughters.
me out.
Wow.
Wow.
But did they pay your mom more money?
No.
Why
My mom
couldn't her
just paid me.
daughters like find
She
a
took a
free
percentage.
date?
My mom just he's like, oh man, I feel bad for her. You want to go to a prom? I'm like,
That's like a lot of-
That's a lot of
500?
money.
I'm like 500. She's like, okay.
Would you have done it for 100?
No.
I feel like she could have gotten a deal. Maybe
I didn't want to fucking go. Are you kidding me?
she could have negotiated that
No,
a
the
little
fuck she
better.
could have. She's lucky it wasn't 1,000.
Are these
I
girls?
would have lied. I wanted nothing to do with that shit.
I would think you would love to go to proms.
Yeah.
Right? You get to dress up. You get to listen to music,
I
dance.
wanted
Did the
nothing.
Have a
girls
good
know?
time.
First of all, time. First of all, that shit was in the hood. That shit was in the middle of the hood. It was like the worst school district around.
You're
I
from
wanted-
Long Island.
Yeah, go to Bellport if you want to. It's where niggas get shot in the face every day, B.
Yeah.
Hey, yo, go to Spicy's Chicken if you want to at the wrong
So
time.
it's basically the valet at Red Rock.
Basically,
Right.
yeah, same
Right,
shit.
yeah.
Did
Wait,
the
that was
girls
actually
know
valet?
you were being
Huh?
That was
paid?
valet.
Or
What's that?
That was in valet.
Across
did
from
the girls
valet.
know you were being paid, or like was it a whole charade? Did you have to like ask them and tell them about your bloody nipples and like create this whole facade and lie?
Charade?
No,
Charade?
I like charade.
my mom would
I was
just.
gonna let her cook, but I kind of like
I
charade.
was
There's
gonna
a
let
lot
it
of
go.
sequence of events that just
My
happened.
mom would just say,
I love
"Hey,
you.
That was part of the $500
I
package.
thought she
They
was
had
just
play
trying to roll it
charades
into
afterwards.
facade, and I was
No,
letting
she
it go.
pulled a mat. She did pull a mat.
Look, I've been there.
Yeah.
I see you,
The
Caitlin.
facade and
Thank you,
charade,
Maddie.
it,
Is
it went together.
Is it facade or facade?
Yeah, so it could be either
No, my
between
mom was
these
just,
two.
Mom
So
was
the
just like,
girls-
"Hey, do you want to go to this prom for $500?" And I would say, not
Did you
really.
stay with them
Yeah,
by
but like,
their
does
side
this
all
poor
night?
16-year-old girl know that like her date was being paid?
Bought
Did
and
you
paid
let-
for?
Yeah, like
Wait, did
Were
you
there
have to ask
additional
her?
services?
her finding
He's
out.
like, that's above my pay grade. I don't want
No,
that
none of them.
part.
I just show up. I just
Yeah.
work here.
Wait, did you ask her out to prom or no?
my
You just
manager.
showed up.
I just showed up, went to the prom.
Were there additional services?
Did you have to like
Absolutely
make out
not.
with
No
her?
kiss goodnight.
Nothing.
Wow.
Did you have to hang out with her throughout the night? Like dance with her and stuff?
Did you do 2 slow dances?
What did you do?
or
I'll be
was-
honest with you. I don't think I think I
What
just
was on the
hung out.
package of
There
the
wasn't a
Conrad
2
promise
dance
to you?
minimum here.
Just
I think I just
somewhere?
hung out. I think I was just a complete asshole.
Did you get drunk?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I could see that.
I mean, I could see you being a complete
Sounds like,
asshole.
you sound
That
like a
checks
bad
out.
date. I don't know why you got paid.
Remember when Scott Steele came to our senior prom as a 21-year-old?
Yeah.
No, stop.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
was awkward.
Stop. No.
Very awkward turtle.
Yikes.
It
No.
was.
Awkward turtle.
So Brian in high
Awkward
school,
turtle. Yep.
Yeah, there were a few
Oh
of
yeah, he was
those.
he was an awkward tortoise.
Hey, there you go.
he was an awkward turtle. He turned into a tortoise.
That's right.
Somebody said their family's from Bellport and it's pretty safe. I don't know what side of Bellport you live on, but it's not. Out of their fucking
All right,
mind.
thank you.
All right, who
Next
we got
picture.
now?
Oh my
Oh,
God.
this is Conrad's not a kid in this.
No, this is my
You're like
favorite
40.
picture.
He said
this
that's
is
his favorite picture.
So-
He looks
42
like
years
he
old.
looks like Hunter S. Thompson.
my mom had just passed. My mom had just passed away recently in this picture, and we were just,
Oh, look
Out
at
and
the
about.
back.
and just having a good time.
How old's your brother there?
He has to be 11 because she.
His brother's a
Yeah.
monster, by the way.
Yeah, he
His
has to be
brother's like-
11.
His brother is absolutely sick.
He is a fucking animal. That's what happens. I dropped him on his head as a kid. Now all he does is work out. He knows nothing else. So fucking stupid.
That
He's
hat
becoming
is
a
something.
fitness influencer.
I don't know what the fuck he's becoming, but he obviously got dropped on
He's
his head.
becoming swole.
Why do you obviously get dropped on his head? Because
All
he
he
works
does is
out.
fucking do like a handstand.
He's doing
flag.
calisthenics.
He's doing fucking
Dragon flags?
He's like,
He's
I'm the
sick.
American flag. Holding
Yeah.
onto his body. Like, dude, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah, it's really
He's
hard.
doing really, he's doing
yoked.
really cool
It's
shit.
really hard
Yeah.
to
Yeah,
do.
really cool
Sounds
shit.
like you're jealous.
He's jealous.
Yeah.
Which is
all it would take me is a year.
Bet.
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 No, because I don't want
bet.
to do
What's
it.
the line?
I don't want to do that shit.
That's
But
why
a
it
year,
wouldn't take you a
I'd be
year.
fine.
Classic. I'm too good to do it.
just like the
If I
Browns winning is a
tried.
lock. and-
Uh-huh.
I mean, it's just like if I tried, I would be in the NFL.
Yeah, I
but
could
I'm
do
not
it
interested.
too.
Yeah, Melissa did claim she could be in the
I'm just
NFL.
not trying or choosing to right now.
Right. Yeah, it's a choice. I
She
get
said
it.
she'd be quarterback.
She would be quarterback.
Yeah, I just choose not to be.
Do we have any?
Yeah, roll the next
do you
picture.
have any-
Do we have any
Picture.
Guapo? Little
Oh,
El
yeah.
Guapo?
Guapo didn't put it in the WhatsApp, so I didn't include them in the.
Wow. Guapo.
All
Ew.
American
Look
boy.
at
Let's
that.
go.
It definitely looks like him.
I know,
Is
right?
it?
Look at bro with the ears.
Very well branded.
Very, very Mickey
Yeah, is
Mouse.
this,
Nice.
are you sponsored?
Symmetrical eyebrows.
What the hell is that? Look at that.
The second picture. This looks like in loving memory.
Fucking ghost of Guapo in the background.
In the
Were you
se-
born in the
He said in the
70s?
70s, this is a thing.
Dude, this literally looks like an album
Guapo,
cover.
how old
Ghost
are
of
you?
Guapo.
This is literally Lil Wayne's album
Yeah,
cover.
this is.
that's
it's like the
true.
Carter 3.
It is. It is.
Yeah.
Lil
This is the
Wayne's
Carter
album
3?
cover.
It is.
What did you just graduate your first Christening?
Christianing.
Christening.
Christening? Is that what it's called? Christening.
Man, what a charade at the
It's a
christening.
religious thing. What's the difference?
You guys and your
You were
words.
happy. You were a happy
Oh,
kid.
look at them.
You
Yeah,
were
what-
got
what
a little
happened to you?
smile.
Where did
Oh,
you-
the little overalls.
Where'd your
Little
childlike sense
gardener.
of wonder go?
For
There's
those
no
who can't
connection
hear,
here.
he said, "My mom said I took the most massive dump before this picture."
You look like it. You look relieved.
Are you pointing at it?
He's holding it, but they just photoshopped it out.
Damn, even Photoshop was so good back then.
Oh man, that's good. That's incredible.
That's cute.
Where did your childlike sense of wonder go?
You were a cute baby. I'm just saying you were a good-looking baby.
Yeah.
You seem like a, you seem
Maybe
like
he
a
went to the
happy
gym
kid.
a couple times. He
I mean, he didn't get the name El Guapo for nothing.
That's,
That's true.
That is true.
That's money. Has
What?
nothing to do with looks.
Yeah,
No,
that's
it's
handsome.
Guapo
handsome.
means handsome.
Doesn't mean
Look at
dollars.
this cute girl.
No, that's
That's
guap.
De Niro.
Oh, who's this?
Oh, you look.
That's got to be Caitlin.
That looks like
You look
Let's not
possessed.
do it.
Really angry.
I struggled to smile in photos in early childhood.
reminds me of
I
like it reminds me of Carrie.
I'm a little traumatized here.
Yeah.
Is that a
A
haunted?
kid from the,
Everything
from the
else
Omen.
is so cute. We gotta call me scared.
This image has a
Haunted.
threatening aura. I feel
When
threatened.
did you
by
have your
this.
first exorcism?
I just haunted a few
Okay,
houses.
cute.
Look at the dog's eyes. Look at the dog. The drama continues.
That was a visit to the pet cemetery.
Yeah.
She brought him back to life.
Yeah.
Just
Dug
a
that one out.
good old blood sacrifice
Yeah.
from
Oh,
the
man.
bloody nipples.
I forgot bangs were a thing back in the day.
Oh, they were a huge
were a
thing.
big thing,
Yeah.
yeah.
What else we
Parents
got?
were just bored. They're like, we don't want to put this hair back anymore. Let's chop it off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would
God.
sit. My mom would cut my bangs for
Okay,
like 3 hours.
genuine question.
My sister had
Genuine
them, too.
question.
Jen question. Wow.
How many of you have used scissors to cut your own hair when you were younger?
Melissa did.
I just did last night.
No, I just mean like cut like when you're 6. You're like, oh, I want to
Yeah,
cut my
I
hair.
did, and then
No.
I tried to lie about it, and my mom was like, "I can see your hair."
I was
Like,
so scared of getting in trouble.
My mom would've
I was on
killed
the
me.
computer,
Yeah, she'd have
and I was
killed
just
me,
like
right.
mindlessly cutting. Like
I did the same.
I just didn't even think about it. I was just like, I don't know. Like I just like spaced out and cut my
You
hair.
weren't
and then I
scared enough
walked
of your
out,
parents.
And I
Right.
thought that like nobody would notice. And then my mom was like, "What did you do?" And I was like, "Nothing." What?
Listen, my mom was
Didn't
putting
do-
me in
She's
three-piece
like,
suits.
I see it.
Yeah,
Three-piece suits
Brian
at
wasn't
5
allowed
years
to touch
old. I
his
wasn't
hair.
allowed
Yeah.
to touch my
Yeah.
hair.
That's fair.
You had the whole get up. Where are your pictures?
Well, this was prom for me.
Were you paid $500?
I was not. Our boyfriends broke up. Yeah, our boyfriends broke up with us 2 weeks before prom.
Wow.
So we went together. I drove in my Toyota Celica. I ate a lot of pizza that night,
Nice.
and I took desserts to go from the dessert table at the prom, and that's all I remember about it. A lot of crying involved.
Yep.
Wow.
This is my
is
Landon
very
phase.
80s.
This is my
Nice.
Landon phase.
Yep.
Yeah, we bonded over the former fat person phase.
Yeah.
Why is your face discolored from your,
Your
body?
face is-
Well, it's because the
So-
foundation was from my mom, and she's white, and I didn't know that we didn't have the same skin color. I thought that we
So
were.
usually it's the opposite.
like, in-
Usually they have the darker face
Yeah.
and the white body.
You look
Yeah.
like you're giving mime vibes.
Yeah, well, it was a
giving
flash.
mine.
It was a flash photography. Okay, like
It's
in the,
giving.
You
It's
might have
giving
had
trapped in a
the powder
box.
maybe was
yeah, like
flashing.
in the mirror, it looked more like it worked, but in that picture,
my.
Did it?
Sometimes the flash
did not
reflects on
work.
your powder and
Oh my.
Yeah, this was when
Ferrets.
Yeah, that was my
Feral.
dad's baseball team.
Feral.
Like we had to go to his baseball tournaments, and they were super boring. So I made them give me a job. So I was the bat girl.
Wait, so you were a ferret?
Feral.
Arrows.
I think
But
ferret is
feral.
better.
feral girl fall.
Yeah, feral girl. Yeah, that was my feral era.
Yeah. What is a feral?
Oh, it was actually one of the sponsors' last names, but feral is like, like they thought it was cool because it sounds like we're feral. Yeah.
No.
Like you're wild.
Oh, it
like
sounded
the
cool
word
because you're a
feral.
feral rabid beast.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
they're gonna kick your ass in baseball, I guess.
Wow.
Yeah.
Got it.
But,
Was this you passing your SATs?
No, that was me. If you look at that paper, it's my name with a bunch of hearts around it, because I would draw my name with hearts and then put it on someone's desk and then walk by after they sat down and pretend like I caught them doodling my name, and I'd be like, "Oh my god, you have a crush on
This
me?
was your
That's
version of
crazy."
flirting.
Oh
That's
yeah, I was
amazing.
like, damn, like I didn't know you were so obsessed with me.
Just like you are with this cat
Wow.
here.
Yeah, that cat has no chance
That
at
cat has a human
escaping.
face.
Yep.
Something has never changed.
Yeah.
Now you have 4 of them.
Getting
Yeah.
some Lenny vibes there.
Yeah.
Yeah, getting some real Lenny vibes there.
At least my face foundation matched.
Yeah.
Because that was the same room.
You're 4. You can't be wearing makeup there.
I was 14 in that picture. Yeah.
Good on you.
Oh my goodness.
I always look.
14-year-olds wear makeup.
Wait a minute.
I
Why
would
is she
guess, like,
why is she
9.
older at 14? But then when you said you were like 12, you look like you were 6.
Wait, I didn't look like I was 6.
No, he looked
like he was
older.
You guys were accusing me of being a
He
senior.
looked
like he was
older
a
'cause
senior.
He had an early puberty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he looks older than he is, and I look younger than I am.
There was always like it was weird at that age for kids for boys because there was always it was
Yeah,
divided.
different growth spurts.
Yeah, it was like the guys that were tall with deep voices, and then the guys who were like super short with high voices.
They used to one of the favorite activities of my friends when we were like, I guess 11-ish, was back then you could call these 1-800 numbers, and they were like phone sex
Oh,
operators.
like the wet fart one?
I don't know anything about the wet fart one. Go on.
1-900 wet fart.
Okay.
We thought it was so funny that we didn't know what sex hotlines were, but if you called it, there'd be a girl that was like 1-900 wet fart, and you can talk to me.
It sounds
all
like
of my friends,
Why
and
did
we're
they
like,
call it that?
why is she talking? We thought it was a big joke, but it was actually like a sex hotline.
So you could we would go to like the local payphone and we would call them, and the way it would work is they would have to verify if
Oh,
you
so
were
they'd have you
18
do
or
it.
not. But they would just do it based off your voice. So I would talk to them, and then they would verify. We'd just start pumping the machine full of quarters. So that
Oh my god.
like
What,
phone
were you guys
sex.
jerking off in the phone booth?
No, we
or-
weren't jerking. It was just like an
I don't know what-
experience.
It's a taboo. It's a taboo thing to do.
Yeah, you see it on like late night TV. You're like, I'm gonna call that
Yeah.
number.
This is some real white people shit. Let
It's
me
like-
tell you. 'cause I did
buddy.
not fucking even think about
That's
this.
rich coming from you.
Oh my god.
Let me tell you a thing or two about
I
a
just
thing or
remember
two.
when I was 12 in 6th grade, there was like this kid, and I guess I don't know. I guess that's when guys start to be able to like.
Oh, The Thing.
Yeah, and
I did that young too.
Yeah, and so, but there was this one guy, Kyle, and he
Called out.
and he couldn't,
right.
and all his friends could. So then there was like chanting at lunch, like Kyle can't come, Kyle can't come. So it was like probably traumatizing.
I have to tell
for
you,
him.
I don't know that we had discussions about jerking off.
Oh my God!
or when
The
we
guys
could
at
come.
my school did all the time. It was like home when we go to home base. It was like it was they were all watched this porn last night. Blah, blah.
Well, actually,
I jerked it
Yeah,
so
they're
good.
like, I tried this thing. I put a Ziploc in my mattress with Vaseline in it.
is that
Like,
is that
Wait, are you describing your
Conversation
middle school
like this in
experience
my
or
life.
poker games from this week
middle
earlier?
school.
Yeah.
is that biscuit game real? Where you guys?
Okie cookie.
Soggy waffle.
Is that real?
The Okie cookie. Rumor is that's like an initiation in frats in college.
Yeah.
I never even
Or-
heard of
I've
that.
never heard of
Everybody
that.
jerks off on a cookie and the last one to come has to eat it.
Homoerotic.
What?
All right.
And
Actually,
then why do you know this?
It's
Yeah,
the
that
Okie
was-
cookie, man. Look it up.
In my school, it was the muffin.
I
or
learned
something.
Is
about
there
it.
a picture of you when I look it up?
No,
Okay.
trust me, I was a speed racer. I,
I
would have
learned
been the one
about it on
eating
that cartoon show that teaches kids about sex stuff, but I was like, what
I'm
is
sorry,
this?
what?
Wait, what?
That
They taught that?
Well, it's like not. It's a cartoon on. You guys don't. It's like big. What's it called? You know,
Big
it's
Mouth?
Nickelodeon?
Yeah, it's a Big Mouth.
Big
show.
Mouth.
Yeah,
Big
and
Mouth
they-
is so good.
Yeah,
It
and they
is.
talked about it in an episode, and I was like, "Is this real? Is this like?" And a lot of my guy friends were like, "Yeah, that was real." And I was
It was
like,
like an
"What?"
urban
No, it's an urban.
legend.
Like nobody's
Yeah,
ever
no one
actually
did it.
seen an Okie cookie.
Sure, you haven't.
I
The
mean,
way you talked about it seems like you've been in one or two.
No,
I'm
we-
saying.
Well, he's been on a lot of baseball teams.
Yeah, we were asked every baseball initiation that I had ever like witnessed or been a part of was always just like some level of violence and some level of embarrassment. Like I remember a kid got a swirly after someone took a huge shit and left skid marks in the toilet.
Now stop.
Gross.
I remember like
Why? It's so mean.
they would make flags out of the freshmen's underwear from giving them atomic wedgies. So they would the smart thing to do was the pre-cut.
Atomic wedge.
I was a thinker. I was terrified of getting initiated as a freshman, but I was good at baseball and I wanted to play. So I was like, all right, I got to get through this. So I showed up knowing that one of the big things that they did were wedgies, and I would pre-cut the sides of my box. And they would come in for the kill. And Dracy was like the biggest
They were
prick
like,
of them
damn,
all.
this guy's freaky. He can really take it.
And in our gymnasium, the locker rooms had cages that came down at night for security. So I remember one day I walk in and it's just like Kulik, Sawyer, and Andracy, and they fucking ripped the cage down. And I'm like, oh no. So I just like went limp. I was just like, dude, you have to do to me. And they just grabbed my underwear, like all three of them, thinking that it's gonna be this like painstaking thing, and it just came off like snap pants. Like I was like, let's go.
Like to picture this happen with your middle part too.
I definitely had the middle part at
My
that point.
God, that's so
But they would make like
Boys are, like-
flags
guys
that
are
they would make the
so,
freshmen like tote around.
kinda
They're crazy.
Only,
You guys are so
only west
brutal.
of the Connie Dixon line do they act like this.
What do you know about
No,
sports?
because I
Excuse
grew
me?
up
You heard
around
me.
Philly,
You
and
wish.
at my high school there was a news article recently. Some kids got in trouble for hazing because they took a broomstick.
Oh yeah,
no.
I've heard about this.
Yeah.
The
Oh,
old
no.
sodomy.
Yeah.
The old sodomy.
Why is
trick.
that
Like, why is
even?
it always some
Ugh,
weird like
that's
gay
gross.
thing?
It's always
like,
there's always like some
But it's
like
like
a
some
sexual-
weird.
I think
it's
those
some
are the ones
gay
that-
rape thing.
Those
that
are
they
the ones
always
that make
do.
the headlines,
Yeah.
right? Like that stuff never happened. Like the worst thing that I ever saw happen was kids got peed on in the shower.
That's also weird. Though.
All of these are very
Yeah, but, like, you're
sexual.
I mean,
Honestly-
it's weird, but it's like there's a bunch
Somebody
of
would've
dudes in a shower
died.
pissing on each other.
mean,
like
my
it's,
read-
it's just like what
My read is like
little kids do.
guys give
Why
each
do
other
guys-
physical pain, but girls give each other mental pain.
Why
That's
do guys
true.
like?
Yeah.
Why do they haze each other? That's like it seems like it's across cultures. Every guys do this
For the
thing.
brotherhood.
Yeah, it's just like
just a
I don't
human
know. It's like a
initiation.
tribal
It's,
thing.
it's,
to-
it's like a
Yeah.
barrier of
Human.
entry. You know, it's like
Right.
if you
Yeah.
dealt with this
Right.
stuff, you're now a part of the team. But if you can't deal with this, you're out.
Right, like yeah.
Yeah.
if you listen to like people who go to buds training and stuff like that,
Yeah.
the physical and grueling torture that they put them through in order to make sure they're mentally capable of making it is so high. But then
Guess
on
maybe
top
it
of that,
bonds them.
right, well on top of that, on top of everything that they're doing, there's also the team element of like the people who are, you know, you're only as strong as your weakest link kind of thing. So the people who are dragging the team down are the ones that are inflicted with the most amount of hazing
Okay.
because you want them out.
Uh huh.
You know, you're just trying to like push people away.
Right. If someone stinks, you want them gone.
So that is very tribal. You're trying to gear your tribe up for war.
Yeah, I mean, to some degree.
Like your 12-year-old boys.
I'm not saying
in
it's a
bathroom
good
with
thing.
broomstick.
I'm not saying it's a good thing. That's obviously like weird and very disgusting.
The shower pee is also weird.
Well, I mean, the shower pee, like,
You have to
And
stop
the
making excuses for the shower
And
pee.
the poop swirly. I mean,
the poop swirl is
die
very
for this.
demeaning. The poop swirl is
what's
very
with the
demeaning.
poop and pee
The
and
the pee though is like
This is up your alley, no?
somebody has to back me up here. Like the pee is literally there's like 8 dudes in a shower with squirt guns that are just like
that's
going at each
Somebody
other.
pissed on me.
Getting
They
peed on
got
is
hit with
weird.
a fucking brick.
What in the R. Kelly is happening in your baseball team?
we just have a water gun fight. It's normal.
First of all, like I was involved because I was too terrified to shower.
So my dad was on a lot of baseball teams. And he said that he had to go streaking as a freshman. Like that was their
That's funny.
That's
hazing.
fine.
Yeah.
See, that's
But it's always
you know.
something with penis, like nakedness, penises.
They all want to see each other's dicks and touch them and pee on them.
No,
They
that's-
slap each other's butts in the
Put their
game.
dicks
And
in their butts
That stuff's already happening. Like you're always gonna be showering together. And
you're
shit
always
like
gonna
that.
be peed on. You're always getting
No,
peed on.
but in college there wasn't really. In college, there wasn't a ton of initiation except for like just drinking
Caitlin
stuff.
is frozen.
This conversation is just so foreign to me. I was raised in such a like very
Religious
fundamental
area.
Christian like environment.
I've heard
like,
way worse things from female sports teams.
Really?
Way worse.
Like what?
I haven't.
Because it's like psychological torture on top of like whatever other demeaning thing that they're doing. Girls
I
are
haven't heard
fucking
any
mean.
female hazing.
I was never part of girl
stories,
group, so let me know what
Neither,
happens.
yeah.
I've just heard like
give us the clips.
all my
Do we
friends
look like
were-
athletes?
I mean, I didn't make the cheer team, but all my friends were on it, and they didn't do any hazing. They just,
I don't
they
think
just
cheerleading-
got drunk and fucked each other's boyfriends and stuff. Like,
Welcome to psychological
That's
torture.
healthy.
that's just high school. That's
there's
not a team
nothing wrong
building
with that.
thing.
Team building activity. Fuck each other's boyfriends.
I don't think the cheer squad was ever really one to initiate, but like female or like girls basketball, softball, stuff like that.
Okay.
It all starts with
I'll have to ask my niece.
everything that I've ever heard. It all starts with creating a hierarchy. So it's like when you're new, like you get the freshman duties, right? Which this was true in college too. You carried the equipment, like you
Okay,
basically
but
become a
that's not
lackey for the.
hazing.
I mean, it is to some degree, but it's also
it's
kind of
soft
expected.
hazing. It's
Yeah.
not getting peed on. Okay, keep going.
right. It's not getting peed on or anything.
It's like
that.
your duties.
I think because
kind
it's harder for us to pee on someone.
That's what I'm saying.
Like
You don't-
maybe you have to
of. You have to like catch it and
We
throw
need
it.
one of
Yeah,
those
you gotta
cup
hold 'em
things.
down.
We need a funnel.
The squirt guns, yeah. Squirt guns.
Nice
cupping your hands.
Some segment you got here.
water balloons.
Sprinkled.
Nikki's like, hey, let's do a nice wholesome segment with you showing pictures of you guys when you were kids. And this is what it's divulged to.
Yeah, I was gonna do superlatives like most likely to win whatever.
Yeah, Matt clearly wins most likely to get peed
success-
on.
Yeah,
I did not get
this
peed on.
is much
I
better.
refused to shower because I was fat.
You were fat.
Wait, so
you
you-
didn't send one
False
single fat
news.
picture.
No.
I thought I was fat in those pictures.
Well, that's
Okay,
weird
well,
because you
okay,
were
that's
not.
body
have
dysmorphia.
Okay, because you had a mental disorder.
No,
yeah.
compared to my friends, I was chubby. I was fat
What were
Matt.
your friends? The
What?
machinist?
No, not the
Brian,
when
was
you were
he
like-
fat?
Brian, yeah.
Brian.
Okay, but he didn't really show any pictures from when he was like 4th, 5th, 6th grade. That was his fat era.
Okay, that's everyone's
Right.
fat era. We're
Right.
all,
So
we
he
all-
just had some leftover
Yeah.
body
Food and then
images.
Pictures you
sent
showed.
in
The
those
picture with
photos.
you and Jace, you're not fat.
No, that was the year I hit my growth spurt.
I
Yeah,
still had a six pack in
I grew
that
a ton.
age.
Well, the other
You
pictures is just your
have-
face. So how
You
are we supposed
eat
to see?
pizza and Pepsi and pretzels and have the greatest genetics I've ever seen in my entire life.
There was
Thank you, Landon.
It wasn't a compliment. You could be a fucking monster if you chose to be.
you could be
I
a monster.
don't want to
We're happy
be.
that you're not. There was one kid in our gym class, Denny, who actually ended up being in my best friend's wedding party, Jace. And the story between the two of them, we had gym class together. Jace fucking hated Denny with a passion because Denny was the crudest, like most disgusting asshole that you could come across in high school. So
I mean, he threw up on the strippers, didn't he?
Dennis the Menace.
no, he threw up in the Uber. But when we were in high school gym class, Jace wore glasses and he would take them off when we would go out for gym, right? So he'd leave them in his locker, would come back, and Denny would be ass naked with Jace's glasses on his dick.
No. See, that's like a funny guy thing, though. I think that's funny.
With like a little elephant.
The kids at my school
that's
used
a
to
funny
always
guy
do the
thing.
brain.
Oh yeah, the brains.
they like take their ball skin and like pull it up or something, right?
No,
I'm not gonna lie, I would do that if I had balls.
You grip it.
It was-
That's
Oh
the
my
bird's
God.
nest.
Fun.
You just like grip your balls, so all it's showing is the cranium.
I
I
so
don't
many of-
understand
because I-
all this white people shit.
I just was like, had all my like shithead guy friends, and so I was subjected to seeing like
Yeah.
the brain and the bird carriage,
bird nest.
The bird
whatever
bath.
the fuck, and
The bird bath. That's right.
or they would tuck their package behind their legs and be like, girl, like, and they just love to play with their fucking genitals. It's like,
But
so weird.
wouldn't you
Phallic
be
aggressive,
honest? Be
Melissa.
honest, wouldn't you if you had a bunch
Yeah.
of dingler
Oh, yeah,
shit?
yeah,
Like,
yeah,
I think
for
I
sure.
would for sure.
Yeah.
I definitely like felt my boobs a lot when I first grew them. I was like, oh, this.
But it hurts.
Grew them, like it was a conscious decision.
Yeah, it hurts when you're growing them. It hurts. Like
Yeah,
if you
it
bump
does.
it on something, like
Yeah.
oh my god.
Even like when you're running during a certain time of month, like it and like your bra isn't quite like
You might have
supported.
you get like
it
you
hurts.
get water
nipples.
chestnuts in
Yeah,
there.
it hurts.
Yeah.
My growing pains were in my shins. I would
What?
get like terrible shin pains whenever I was like going through a growth spurt because I was just growing fast. I guess I
It,
don't
like
know.
like shin splints.
That's probably the thing that I would equate it to most.
Yeah.
Like that's what it felt like. But I wasn't doing anything active. I would just be like sitting like this and just have like terrible
Just
shin
your big
pain.
old shin bones were growing.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
right.
you-
And drank a
grew
lot.
fast.
Drank a lot
When
of
he
milk.
consciously
Yeah.
chose to grow them.
Yeah.
I felt them a lot.
Well, I had to use the secret a lot. It was like everyone else has boobs. God, please give me, please give me boobs.
No,
Started
I was like
crying.
the first girl to grow boobs by like a large margin. Like they showed
Yeah.
us the
you,
like,
like,
hey,
the-
you're
the
about to
fourth
get your
grade?
period video, and I'm like, that was like 6 months ago for me, but whatever.
Okay, well, did you get your mind blown when they showed you a picture of a vagina, like in health class, like where it's like all universe?
It
Because
made me feel
I had
squeamish.
no idea.
Like the inside, it made me feel really squeamish.
Yeah,
when
me
seeing
too.
it,
And then
'cause
I had to take
felt
a
like
mirror.
I could feel it inside.
I was
of
like,
me.
no way, it looks like that. And I took a mirror and I was like, oh my god, that is.
I feel like I always looked at my.
You looked at
yeah,
it?
I think like since
I just
was
thought it was a
born, I've
crack.
been
I thought it
looking
was
at
a
my
butt
shit.
crack that extended. Like I didn't know that there was. I didn't know.
How did you not look at it before?
I had
See,
no
I used- but
incentive
I
to
used
look.
to go to so when I used to go to the bathroom, I would squat on the toilet. So I think I would like just look down and see everything.
I didn't see.
I
shit.
never used to go to the
Everything's
bathroom
all
normally.
all neat. Looks like a butt crack.
How do we wrap this up?
Hey, you guys have to talk about your dicks. Sorry, you can't handle it.
yeah. Sorry, we don't have big hanging brains.
Sorry, you don't have big hanging brains. This is what we did. I discovered on my body.
Now you know where all of our brains actually go.
Somebody help. There's been a lot of white people shit on this podcast today. I don't know what's going on. They're putting their balls up. They're playing with pee-pee. They're pissing on each other. Somebody send help.
Just on their feet.
Explore
Oh
your
my
body,
God.
Conrad.
Yeah, just on their feet.
It's natural.
That's
Explore
gonna
your
do
bloody,
it.
bloody nipples.
That's going to do it for us and our bloody nipples. We will be back tomorrow at noon Pacific. Less me. I am playing at the Bellagio, but we're going to be joined by this wonderful casting crew and potentially a special guest to be determined. So be sure to tune in tomorrow. We're going to have the Weekend Warrior picks coming to you thanks to
Underdog
Fantasy. We're also going to be giving our Survivor picks as well as our Circa Million picks, thanks to Unabated. So be sure to tune in for that tomorrow. Conrad's going to be leading the show. Lord help.
I promise we won't be talking about pissing on feet.
Damn.
Thank God.
Well,
Why even tune in now?
you heard it here first. Unlucky, guys. We'll see you guys all then.
Later, squad.
Peace.
Bye.